Friday morning, 7:28, and you've seen it all over the news. The man cannot escape the attention of the people. We have legend Dennis Rodman in studio. Dennis Rodman, good morning and welcome to Guam, man.
You got me up out of bed, man. It's early.
It is early. How's that jet lag treating you?
It hasn't caught up yet, but I guess when we leave tomorrow, it's probably going to catch us.
A little bit, yeah.
Yep.
You get a couple days, and you're just here for a little bit, passing through, and the word is out. Obviously, the people of Guam know you're here. You're, like I said, pretty recognizable face, and kind of caught us by surprise. I know we got the word that you were coming. At first, we thought, is this a scam? Is somebody pulling our leg or something like that? But you are here. Tell us about the trip to Guam, what you are out here doing, and just overall, in general, what you're up to nowadays.
Well, this is not a surprise. I think we started this venture probably in April, and I think it was a little too soon for us to come out, and we went to try to compromise some type of venture with popcorn, and so we did a negotiation with the government in New York. So we try to wait for the right time to come over here because we don't want people to think that I'm coming over here just because publicity stunt. That's not what it was. I think the fact that we over here to just try to show some love, man. You know, the fact that people was very skeptical about North Korea's trying to bomb.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. We've been in the news for that quite a bit. And as you said, spreading the love, man. Because nowadays there's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of anger, and you just spreading the message of love and going around the world. Is it part of a big tour, or you just said, you know what, Guam, been in the news, let's go out there?
Well, I don't think it was really scheduled at the beginning. It was scheduled for other cities around the world, but I think that this is more important to us because the fact that we didn't want people in Guam to be afraid about what's going to happen because I think the best person that can ever do and try to make him feel safe is me. You know, I know the guy very well. He trusts me, and I think the fact that by me being here, I think people maybe be a little at ease. You know, people say you're making jokes like, "Hey, at least we're safe. You're here."
Right.
So I'm super able to come on. It ain't about that, man. I'm just coming over here just make sure that everything is cool, and I'm not sitting here supporting North Korea.
Right.
I'm just come over and make sure that the economy here. I think people don't realize that Guam is a great city, and it's a great island, and people don't know too much about Guam.
And that's the thing, we get a lot of negative press in the news just because, hey, North Korea is going to bomb us or China's looking at us. But, you're out here now, you see what Guam is all about, and you realize, hey, man, this is not a bad place.
It's not a bad place. I was saying yesterday that it reminded me a little bit of Hawaii, that Hawaii feel, you know. And when you see people here, especially, they actually they're actually happy. You can't see the fear or the awareness of being afraid about what's going on, but you see a lot of people here smiling, upbeat, and that's a good thing right there. And people don't really see that around the world. Right. They see a lot of negativity. If you see like a lot of movies, old movies, you see people. It's all about war. Yeah. It's all about the negativity. And it'll show the beauty of the island. So yesterday I went around the island. I had a blast, and I was like, wow, what the hell?
They feeding you well?
No, the food is good, man. The food is good.
That's how we get you to keep coming back.
Oh, yeah.
And you've always been a very unique individual, and now with this situation, talk about a unique situation that you're in, having known President Trump and friends with Kim Jong-un. It's like, there's maybe a handful of people in the world that could say that, and you're one of them.
Yeah, I think that I'm very in a very unique and a special place right now. The fact that I actually know both of them, and I think the fact that it was very encouraging. I think hopefully that when Trump made the phone call to the governor on his cell phone or something like that, and he actually tried to reassure the people in Guam the fact that we have your back. No worry, we're going to protect you. And I think that's a little more reassuring just to hear the president say that don't be afraid. Nothing's going to happen to you because you're with us.
Right.
And I just think the fact that we need to do a little bit more to help Guam, because Guam is one of those cities where they are all about the tourism, the people that come here to spend money and stuff like that. And so I just think that people seeing me here, a face that people recognize and actually care about the people.
Yeah, you can't blend into the crowd.
No, cannot at all. So, and I was telling people, I said, you know what, I go around the world and I do these tours and stuff like that, and I think that people respect me when I say this. I don't do this for money. I don't get paid for money. My sponsor, Popcorn, you know, they've been so generous, and they've had my back 100%. And that's one thing that Senator Rodriguez has done. He's passed a bill for the medical marijuana,
right?
And for the currency, so that's coming in the future. So congratulations to him, and I hope that's going to help the economy here.
Right, and you know, this Potcoin, like you said, cryptocurrency that because traditional banks still cannot federally legally take money from these establishments. So it's one of the, the times are changing and things are moving, they're progressing, and that's one of the reasons you're out here. Another one is just spreading the love, like you said.
Yeah, spreading the love. This, like I said, it's about peace, love, and not war.
Right.
And
nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that, man. Like I said, we live on this earth, man, because we all human beings. We probably don't get along all that well in certain situations. Like you said, China, Korea. But you know what? In all in all, we are people. And like I said, I would never in my life, I don't care if I hate anyone on this planet, I can't go kill innocent people. I don't care who you are.
Right. I
just state the fact that we got to stand by each other no matter what. And I just been hoping for one day that the bridge will be a little closer as far as North Korea. And I think it's going to happen soon. And I thought it was going to happen last year, but a little bump in the road. But I think that the people in Guam should be really be aware of the fact that North Korea is not going to bomb. It's not going to bomb Guam. I reassure you that. And like I said, I would sacrifice my life to go to North Korea to make sure that won't happen. So I don't think anyone in the world could ever say that. But I'm saying it. So if that ever even come about, I would take a plane to North Korea and say, you know what, I'm here. So basically, let's do this. Okay, great. But like I said, people here in Guam has been very, very nice, man. I mean, the kids here, the people. I mean, no matter who you are and what you do, they still got an open hand for you.
Right, and that's Guam. That's how the the Hafiday spirit, we call it, just that mentality of welcoming in people. And you got to go around. I saw some pictures and video. You out signing autographs to the kids, and that's part of the mission. I guess this. Is it a new purpose in your life, or is this, just something that, like you said, I'm not getting paid, I just want to go out and spread the love?
Yeah, I mean, I just think a lot of people don't really realize that, it's not about money all the time, especially when you have the ability to make money. And a lot of people here maybe have been struggling for a little bit because of tourism, but I think it's going to come back around. It has to, because if people is aware of what this city is all about and what the people is all about, and just see what this island has to offer, and then that's the biggest key. We have to put this island on the map again, so people can actually come over here. I was saying to my friends here that the fact that I'll come back next April and bring my family,
right?
Because I know my kids will love it. They love surfing, they love boogie boarding, they love jet skiing, they love everything. They love everything about the water.
Right. Well, you're always welcome. Right. I mean, it's good to come during the winter because it's a little cold back there.
Right. Very cold.
So you're in a position where you were blessed enough to make a good living for yourself, playing ball. And then now that chapter of your life is closed. You've moved on to other things, found a renewed purpose, and being a recognizable figure, just going around the world. I mean, the best rebounding forward the NBA has ever seen is sitting here in studio, and so you got those opportunities, and now you're just going out talking to the kids, talking to individuals, talking to governments, and I mean, if years ago you had said, "Oh, Dennis Rodman is going to be friends with,"
yeah.
How does that even happen?
Who would imagine that?
Who would imagine?
Who would imagine that of all people on the planet?
Right.
The bad boy, going and talking to people and trying to spread love and happiness, and because people would look at me as this wild and crazy, outlandish, and like, oh man, what he's gonna do next. But I actually care. I got kids at home, and I actually settled down a little bit. So it's like, but I just do a lot of cool things, but mainly on the beach.
Right.
So I live on the beach in LA. So I just try to relax and just look and take care of my kids and like I said, just going around and talking to people. And I didn't get a chance to talk to too many people here because we've been trying to hit every spot.
You're here for a limited time.
Right,
you want to do as much as you can.
As much as you can. So basically, I said next time I come, I think I'm gonna sit down with the kids and stuff like that, try to talk to them and just show some basketball skills and stuff like that. So and just get to know some of the military people here. And like I said, we came 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and these guys over here taking selfies.
Kimmy, Joe, it's not about you guys.
Right. We're taking selfies over here. My God.
So, like I said, the kids, you're settled down now. Does that kind of give you a different perspective on all these things that are happening in the world, the threats of war and these big egos kind of posturing? And, do you think that kind of gives you a unique perspective?
Well, it gives me a unique perspective because the fact that, the professor over here mentioned that the fact that we was in Tokyo. We was in Tokyo. He said, "Dude, do you realize that this is the anniversary of Pearl Harbor?" And I'm like,
"Right,
really?" I said, "Really? Yes, okay, great." And then he said, "You know what? Pearl Harbor, when they bombed Pearl Harbor, so basically I said, what happened to Pearl Harbor?" He said, "They moved to Guam." I'm like, wow.
Today is the anniversary of the Japanese invasion of Guam. Huh?
Right. I mean, they moved to Guam, and that's what I'm saying. As far as the military, it must be very beautiful and very, very unique to be here as a military as a military guy, and the fact that their families come over here and they actually love it over here. They love it. They love it. Like I said, they always talk really highly about this city, and I just said so. I just recommend people to come over here and just talk to the people, and like I say, it's just so beautiful. And I wonder why it rains here because it's so green. It's so green here, So like, wow. It's like Miami when it rains sometime. In Miami, it rains like 15 minutes, and then it's sunny and humid. Rain again, sunny, humid. And it's pretty much like this here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I love it here. I moved out here just for a year right after high school, and that was 23 years ago. So, Guam has a way of getting you to stay.
Right.
So you're doing all this stuff for whatever reasons, to spreading the love. And can we talk ball a little bit?
Not too much.
Not too much. But
what you want to hear.
Do you follow the league still quite a bit?
Well, I see it time to time. But my son, he's 16, about 6'6". That's all he does is watch basketball, play basketball, video games, Xbox, all day. So basically, he could tell me about what's really going on in the NBA. I see it, once I'm in the sports bar.
Right. So you don't really follow too much. You kind of closed that chapter in your life, and you've moved on, like you said, to find another purpose. And hey, man, whatever you're doing, if you're spreading the love, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's like I said, but it's not about the money. It's about the people. And I said, we all love on this earth, man. I don't know who in the world would ever try to hate another individual. And I said, we don't have to love each other. As long as we can get along, that's the most important thing. And besides that, we can just open the door and make sure that everyone is safe. I'm all about that. I'm gonna keep on this mission. With popcorn.com. Like I said, they're my biggest sponsor, and I thank them very, very much. And David. And so I hope we can come back and do it again.
I hope so too, man. We appreciate what you're doing. It's a pleasant little surprise. Well, not really a surprise. We knew you were coming, but we're really glad that you found the time to come on the show and talk to us a little bit because we know you are a busy man, a jet setter. I believe you're flying out, tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to fly out tomorrow, man. We're going to go back to Tokyo, and then we'll hit Beijing. Then we're going to go back to New Jersey. Then I'm going to go to Miami and then back to LA.
Man, busy man. It never ends.
It never ends, man.
It's like an NBA regular season. You're here, you got an away game, home game. It's just...
But, we're thinking about, and we came up with this proposal yesterday, we're thinking about bringing up, some NBA players over here to do an exhibition game.
Oh, that'd be great.
An exhibition game. So we're going to try to work that out. With government here and the city. So I think that'll be cool. Come over here in the wintertime, not the summertime.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're a little busy, but I mean, anytime you want to come back, vacation, chill. I'm sure people open the Fiesta plate, the table for you, and get you some food. Get you a little food here. Right? So you have plans for the rest of the day? What are you guys doing? Going to schools or anything?
I'm going to get some breakfast.
There you go. That's mission number one.
I'm going to get some breakfast and go out there and sit outside and watch the ocean. And after this, I think we're going to just chill and maybe go somewhere. I don't know. We don't know yet.
Wherever the day takes you.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, Dennis Rodman, legend, thank you so much for coming on the show, spreading the message of love. We're here and around the world. We really appreciate having you.
Thank you, City Daquan. And guess what, guys? Since we are leaving, here's a good message for you guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
There you go. Merry Christmas, Dennis Rodman. Thank you so much. There you go.